All right, everyone, welcome back to the custom crossover hockey day 2, and we're starting off with the Colorado Extreme and the San Diego Swordfish. Both teams had their first ever games last night, and they went pretty differently. Colorado with a big comeback win over Quebec on the road, and San Diego welcomed the Seattle Sonar to their barn and immediately lost. It was a good game, but went down 2-1. This should be a pretty good game, though. These are two teams that are pretty similar. Obviously, drafted from the same pool of players, so they should be relatively similar. San Diego do have their backup goalie in, but granted, he's still on a similar level to Henrik Gunnarsson, so that's not even like a bad thing for them. So just give me 1 second to check on something, and then we'll be good to go. I just forgot to do one thing for someone, but you can handle it. Fortunately, it's very fast to get rosters changed. There we go. All right. Well, I think we're pretty much good to go then. Got to get the everything on, of course. All right. Colorado, San Diego. At Pepsi Center. Here we go. Rusty Fox versus, is that? Oh, Dalibor Tolman. Fox will win the face-off as Tolman rushing in, and a lot of physical contact in the front of the net, but ends up going wide. Here's Durham Clark. The shot, it's saved. Fisher passing to Dion, who will skate it ahead. Had Deputy open, but decided not to pass it as Dion skates in. It's saved by Lidolo. Goes Pivobarski, as he will be eventually taken knocked down to the ice. Here comes Deputy. Durham Clark to beat. His shot is saved. Lidolo has the all green pads. I like that a lot. It goes well with the away uniforms. As here comes Phillips, and a penalty. Jeff Bowman hooking him as he was trying to get the shot off, and it'll be a Colorado power play early in this one, just 46 seconds in. It's the second line starting things. As, a shot from Dion is saved. He's on the ice. He's a first liner. Here comes Michael Kopecky on the shorthanded chance, but the shot was blocked. Baker back to Zakharov, and it's intercepted. Gerd Peters passing to Dion. Halfway through the power play, Dion to East, and a great stick by Zakharov breaks it up. And it's sent the length of the ice. Benton passing to Dion, who moves it to Gerd Peters, and he has taken down a couple of collisions at center ice. And we'll get a clear. Penalty's over. Here comes Dion. Striding up the middle, ran into a couple defenders that gets knocked away. Savela still scanning, still getting in. Pass to the point. Save, rebound, missed the net. Dubé pass to Peters, who is going to try to go down the wing. He'll just dump it in. Probably the right play. He was low on stamina. Here comes Berglund passing to Bowman. That was a good pass, but a swarm of Colorado players, and eventually he's taken away. Here comes Phillips. Rushing down the wing. Phillips is in. A glove save by Lidolo. We'll get a whistle. 1:08 left in the period. The shots total has been very low. It's been a more defensive game for both teams so far. It's kind of hanging back. Here's Tolman. Tolman, a mistake by the defenseman. Tolman's going to score. Dalibor Tolman assist to Heinz Thomas. With 1:02 left, the San Diego Swordfish score the first goal in Pepsi Center CCH history. The face-off win, and then the pass back to Tolman, and he was off to the races. I mean, Fisher makes a bit of a boneheaded defensive play there. He was way too aggressive when he didn't need to be. And San Diego Swordfish have the lead here. Shot from Gagne is saved. Battle for it, and Fisher's going to get burnt here, but great stick. And he ends up getting back control, and his shot is saved. Now it's Pivovarski, just Gagne back. And sandwich between Fox and Gagne, and the puck is taken away. That one will be sent in deep. Pass up to Flintlock. Flintlock's gonna have some room here. He gets around Lawrence. Flintlock. And Fisher pokes it away. Fisher will just get it deep. 30 seconds to go in the first. Thomas passing to intercepted by Peters. The shot was off the side of the net. Now it's Mike Flintlock. And he will be held up. No penalty. Shot was saved. Here comes Thomas with 15 seconds. Thomas will just get it deep. And Shark Benton now earned a promotion to the second line after his work in the first game. Stan Bowman. Bowman! Saved by Gunnarsson. A couple there. Now it's a Baramov. One last chance here. The shot was blocked out to the end of the period. 1-0 San Diego Swordfish after one. It's just Dalibor Toman who had the goal. And two very different stories on offense so far, as San Diego are just getting all kinds of quality shots. 6 shots, but one expected goal, which they did. They did get the goal. And Colorado's just been a lot of long shots. That's what I've noticed, and that's what the stats say too. Pretty even everywhere else, though. Not a ton of physical action, but these are two non-hitting teams, more or less, so not surprising. We'll go to the second period. 1-0 Swordfish after one. The faceoff is won by Toman, but immediately Deputy steals. Deputy skating in, save, missed the net, was Fox. Fox back to Fisher. Another shot through traffic, it was saved. Now it's, who is that? There's Durham Clark, as his shot was blocked. Now it's Dubé past the Deputy. Deputy. Shot. Lidolo again with the save. And now it's Mike Flintlock. Flintlock, Gunnarsson just got enough of it. Now it's Christophe Dion who gets around Clark. Christophe Dion. And gets crunched. And Durham Clark takes over. Deep shot is blockered away. Benton, as they get this, a couple of second liners on. Baker's shot is turned away again by Gunnarsson. And Dubé takes Frolov down into the boards. Now it's Deputy who is going to dump it in, and nothing really going there as it gets blocked. Here's Rocket Baker, the former Cincinnati Triton Minnesota Duck, as Bowman gets his rebound, but Gunnarsson swallows it up and will get a whistle. Just under a minute gone in this second period. Baker to Kopecky, the shot was blocked by Gagne. Pass to Frolov, another save by Gunnarsson. And now it's Gagne with the puck. He will dump it in. He will chase after it. Not something you really see a defenseman do. And now it's Frolov. Frolov, great stick by Benton. And a couple of collisions, and Frolov's by himself, but a save by Gunnarsson. Berglund sent it wide. Gunnarsson stops it for East, who passes to Peters. Peters taking over, intercepted. Now it's a Baramov. Baramov to East. Screen shot, but saved by Lidolo. He's having a real strong game so far. And Savela shot. Bush with a couple of chances, but Gunnarsson said no. A Baramov with the puck. Intercepted. It's Solomon Scott. Solomon Scott is in and off the pad of Gunnarsson. Both goalies playing quite well this game. Just the one goal by Dalibor Toman so far in this one as we near the minute mark of this second period. Here comes Ili Koivu. Koivu gets around one shot. Missed the rebound, missed the net. He had a good chance there, and a battle for it as San Diego ends up with control. Here's Pivovarsky. I feel like I've said his name a lot tonight. Shot was saved. Pivovarsky back to Thomas. Shot scores. Heinz Thomas from the point. A beauty from Lubo Pivovarsky to set him up, and San Diego are up 2-0. Incredible shot from Heinz Thomas, proving he still has it. Despite turning 31 years of age this season. And there he is again, Heinz Thomas, the former Orlando Stripe and Quebec Caribou is in, but a save from Gunnarsson. And now Dion trying to get it out, passing the Deputy, who is met at center ice. Now Flintlock's in, a save, rebound, another one. Pivovarsky cleans it up, 3-0. Another assist for Heinz Thomas, his third point of the game.
Hello.
As the mix of
Holy
Mike
shit,
Flintlock.
it's 3-0.
Indeed.
Wilo, the kids I coach, got fucking destroyed today.
Unfortunate. That's truly unfair. 7? Oh my goodness. You're not kidding. All right. Here's Dalibor Tolman. Already has a goal tonight, but intercepted by Gagne. And he gets taken out by Heinz Thomas. He's been all over the ice today. Here's Christophe Dion. Dion in. Lidolo save. Rebound. Deputy. Oh my. How did he miss that? He was in the crease. He was in the crease. He still missed the net. I don't know how that happened. Now it's the end of the period. It is 3-0. Swordfish after 2. And what has been a pretty ugly game for the home team. I mean, there's not really much else I can say. I mean, that period was all San Diego. Swordfish, particularly Heinz Thomas, he's been all over the ice. He has 3 points. He is the player to watch as a defenseman. Not something you see all too often. And with that, we'll go to the third period. Colorado is known for their comebacks. Just ask the Quebec Caribou. But it might be hard with how Lidolo's been playing. Here comes Durham Clark after the save. Flintlock hit by Dubé. Tolman off the post and covered by Gunnarsson. Face-off here. Oh, Tolman, another face-off win. He's been dominating Rusty Fox at the dot tonight. Clark and Pivovarsky takes down Fisher. Here he goes. 3-on-2. And defended well. Pivovarsky trying to get to the slot, but Fox intercepts. Gets it up to Deputy. Deputy was in a swarm of swordfish and he lost the puck. Now it's Tolman. Tolman is in, missed the net. Battle for it in front. Gunnarsson does get the cover.
This is also another amazing goal, another beautiful matchup.
Face off here. Gagne. Gagne with the puck, a shot. Lidolo made the save. And now it's Frolov. Frolov forced wide, a shot. Gunnarsson got him just enough. Now Peters and Phillips, 2-on-2. Peters, save from Lidolo, directed to the corner. Now it's Rocket Baker. Baker, how did he get around? He got around both of them, but a great defensive play from Benton, and Baker cleans it up. Rocket Baker from Jeff Bowman. It's 4-0. I mean, what do you even say to this Colorado crowd? I mean, credit to Phillips there, but from a great defensive play as a right winger, but just wasn't enough as there was just too many swordfish there. Rocket Baker, and now here's Frolov with a breakaway chance. He's all alone. He's in and he scores. 5-0. Dmitry Frolov. Oh my goodness, the San Diego Swordfish clearly a little upset over their loss in day one as they are just taking it to the Colorado Extreme. It is 5-0 and they are showing no signs of slowing down. Face off won by Alexeev. Now it's Lawrence. Lawrence charging in, shot, save, another save from Lidolo. Back to Gray and intercepted. Savela now a breakaway. Nobody in sight. Here he goes. Gunnarsson with the save. Passed up to Koivu. Koivu now with a chance. Shot. Lidolo just got enough. Berglund. Halfway through the third. Berglund. His shot from deep was saved. Savela taken down by Gray. Fans like that. They have not had a lot to like tonight. Here's a shot and a save by Lidolo. And we'll get a whistle. Yeah, this just makes the Quebec Caribou look even worse. We've got a fight. Rusty Fox and Heinz Thomas. As Fox gets a few in. Now Thomas gets a few in and Fox takes him down. As they give the fans a little bit of excitement there as oh look, that's the first Gordy in CCH history for Heinz Thomas. Congratulations to him. Fisher. Oh, he's got some room now. Fisher shot. Lidolo save. Dion doesn't go. Now Deputy missed the net. Dion and a penalty. Tillman called for slashing and Heinz Thomas will have a buddy in the box for 30 seconds. Now a power play. Alexei wins it to Dubé, and Peters in the corner. Peters scores! Finally, after most of the fans have left, Colorado finally gives them something to cheer for as Lidolo played a great game, but that is not one you can give up. That is a bad goal. Here comes Rocket Baker, and he gets consumed by a sea of extreme. Here comes Dubé, and a deep shot is saved. Dubé tried to find Dion, but Bowman was in perfect position to intercept. Here's Bowman, intercepted by Fisher. Great stick there. Fisher charging ahead. He's going to skate it. Fisher is shot off the pad of Lidolo. 30 seconds now in this game as Kopecky leads the charge. Shot saved by Gunnarsson with the glove. We'll get a whistle with 31.6 to go. Alexei and Baker in the dot. Alexei wins it. Bowman with the interception, but pass to Baker, and he scores. Rocket Baker is second of the game, and it's 6-1. I'm not really sure what the defense was doing there, to be honest. I mean, Fisher gives it right to Bowman. Dubé tried to defend him, but Bowman is all of a sudden an insane playmaker. And he's able to find his center, Rocket Baker, perfectly for his second goal of the game, his third point of the night. Alexei battle for fourth behind the net, and it's Savela now with the puck. And able to get around Benton, the save, rebound, Bush couldn't score. Stays 6-1 as a bit of physical activity over there. Here comes Alexei into the zone. Alexei, the fourth line, well, the backup center. And he's going to take a penalty here for hooking with 2.7 seconds left. The fans just want to go home at this point. 2.7 seconds left. Face off. Clark save, and that will do it. The San Diego Swordfish, that's their first win in their history, and it's a 6-1 over the Colorado Extreme. My goodness. I mean, Colorado just let San Diego do whatever the heck they wanted that game. Rocket Baker, Vultures player of the game, but it's going to go to Heinz Thomas. I mean, I can't not reward the first Gordy in league history. Okay? You gotta understand. You gotta understand my take here. I mean, yeah, great win for San Diego. A great effort across the board for them. And we'll go to our second game real quick. Next up, it's Jacksonville, Milwaukee. Yeah. As the home opener for the Jacksonville Phoenix, and they're going to have to play one of the best teams in the league. The Milwaukee Snappers, who just came off beating the Orlando Stripes. You may need to avert your eyes. It's quite possible. They don't even have their superstar anymore. It's truly unfortunate. But, hey, Jacksonville they do somehow hang in games anyway. So, I don't know. They're somehow going to score 3 on McBride. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's not going to make any sense, but it could happen. All right, here we go. I'll be right back in about 5 seconds. did I say? 5 seconds. Just had to pick up my sweatshirt, bro. It's so hot in here for whatever reason. Here's Cc Savage. And wait, what is Jaden Vanilla doing in net? That's not right. What the fuck? Why? Why are we like this? Wrong goalies, and I'm gonna end it all. Anyways, take 2. At least it's faster this time. Yeah. I don't know why. The game just decided to put Vanilla in. I don't get it. He probably would win this game anyway, but might want McBride in. Alright, we're back. Zane Rust, here we go. Pass to Birdie! Saved by McBride. McBride versus the Jacksonville offense is quite literally a hydrogen bomb versus like a coughing 5-pound baby. That's really the best way to put it. That's the only way to put it, to be honest, is he makes another stop. He made it look easy on, I believe that was Jeremy Briggs. Here's Pasikalio, gets it to Sherwood, who moves it up to Vitaly Kravchenko, who is gonna be taken down by Zane Russ. A good hit. Might be their only chance of winning this game, so they can out-muscle the Milwaukee Snappers as a shot comes in, but it's saved. Now it's Kanye West who just gets it in deep, and Jacksonville actually winning the shot battle in that first shift. Savage just dumps it in. Yuri Kapitskin is very scary, apparently. He'll be the one to skate it up. He is where he has the purple and orange stick. You'd love to see it. Shot was saved. Now it's Patrick Bates. Bates shot off the blocker. Another save from McBride. And Kaputskin now with the puck. Kaputskin just didn't want to shoot for whatever reason. All right. Alex Hughes couldn't get the shot away before being knocked to the ice. And now Bergstrom dumps in. Kaputskin with the puck. Just refusing the pass for whatever reason. He's going to skate it in himself again. Long shot. Lagasse was there. Is it Lagasse or Lagasse? McBride, another save. Paul Hill emerges from the Flames, and Snowflinga takes it away. Snowflinga in, but a save by McBride, and now it's Hill. Charging up the wing. The defenseman tried to dump it in, but it's intercepted, and now it's Snowflinga the other way. Snowflinga has an entourage, and the shot was blocked. Clarkson. Jimmy Clarkson. Good. Oh, that was terrible defense, but Lagasse made the save anyways. Just he's like that. Here's Kermit Hare, who dumps it in. He had like 30 seconds of ice time in the first game somehow. I don't know how that happened, but he did not play at all. Him and Palmqvist had like a minute each of ice time for whatever reason. As Clarkson goes in and scores. Maybe that's why they weren't playing. Maybe that's why right there. Jimmy Clarkson. That took a little longer than I expected, but they are on the board. It's 1-0 Snappers. All right, we're back underway. Here's Kravchenko. Whoa! Kravchenko! Saved by Lagasse. Now it's Birdie. Birdie! And Brunet just puts an end to him. He might have died on the ice right there. Here comes Kanye West and Kravchenko. Saved by Lagasse. Now it's Mutton Chops. He just gets it in deep. I'm not really sure why. Here's Kanye West, and he's going to outskate everyone except for Zane Rust, who gives him a nice hit there. Rust from deep, saved by McBride. Kallio. Mutton Chops intercepts, but saved by McBride again. 9 for 9 so far. Kravchenko forced to the outside, gets through a couple checks. Save, Sherwood is there. 2-0. There's Daryl Sherwood. As the combination of Kravchenko and Sherwood, one of the best in the league, to be honest. Sherwood just in perfect position to get that rebound. For Sherwood, that's his first point of the season somehow. Here's Kaputskin from deep, a save, and that'll take us to the end of the period. 2-0 Snappers after one. Yeah, Sherwood was the first pick of the season 4 draft, I believe. If I remember right. Oh, season 5. Wow. So this is his third year in the league. He has been very good over those 3 years, even despite his team not being too impressive results-wise. He has been quite strong. And he is hoping to lead them to the playoffs this year as the alternate captain. Here he goes. He's in. He scores. Daryl Sherwood. It's 3-0. His line mate Magma Hendricks with the assist. As he passes, makes the interception, and immediately just gives it to him, and Sherwood does the rest. Hendricks was also a high pick. Don't remember what. Yeah, he was the 4th overall pick in the season's 6th draft. And he has looked quite good. He was very good in his first year. And Savage, he scores! Cc Savage puts Jacksonville on the board. A great pass by Nathan Mutton Chops. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Just beautiful vision from Nathan Mutton Chops. And Savage, one of the better shooters on this team. I think that's his 3rd of the year already. Yeah, 3 goals for Cc Savage in his first 2 games. Here's Weston of a shot. Legace made the save. Sherwood scores, and we've got a few hats on the ice. Daryl Sherwood with the first hat trick of the year. As that wasn't really an effort worthy of a save from Legace there. I mean, Sherwood, sure, he's in front of the net, but Legace has like a really good angle, and I don't know, just an unfortunate break or fortunate for Jacksonville. I'm not really sure. Here's Savage, another shot, trying to get his 4th of the season, but McBride made the save that time. Lots of goals this game all of a sudden. There have been 5. We're not even halfway through the second. And Briggs with a chance, but McBride able to make the stop. And we'll get a face-off. And more Birdie! Clarence Birdie knocks it in. They're making McBride look awfully human in this game. My goodness, they put 2 on him. Orlando couldn't even manage 1. Or they could only manage 1. And it's 4-2. There's Birdie again. And this time he gets put to rest. West dumps it in. Koskinen leading the charge for the puck as Russ just bounces off him. Here comes Savage. Savage. Deep shot is saved by McBride. Just got enough. Here's Iowa to Bates. Another save. Another shot. Another save. And McBride will cover. Looked a little dangerous there for a second as the shots are very even. 15-15 in this game so far. There's a little shot. Bergeron. But save. Or Bergstrom. Sorry. Here's Sebastian Bramberg on a breakaway. He beat Iowa. Save. Iowa gets the Hedman. 3-on-2. Hedman save, rebound, doesn't go. Hedman another chance, but off McBride's shoulder. Now it's Koskinen charging up the wing, just dumps it in, and Milwaukee will change up a few of their team members. Clarkson with the interception. Clarkson up to Vacone, but off the blocker of Legace, doesn't go. Hedman just gonna get it deep here. So Hill will reset. Paul Hill moves up to Vacone, and he gets met by a wall of Jacksonville. But he'll keep going. Vacone, that wasn't really a shot worthy of praise. Or double-digit IQ, for that matter. Here comes Hare with a shot. Saved by McBride. Bergvis has it. And that was a pretty easy save. Kind of an apple for Legace and Bergvis. But Legace, another couple of saves. He's been... You know what? I take it all back. He's been not too bad today. His team is giving up tons of high-quality shots. He has been there for the most part. As Hare takes over, and Hare just allowed to enter the zone. Okay, Hare shot, save. Hare battles for it in the corner, and he's going to get to it before Kallio, and Kravchenko with the interception, and they'll keep it in. Strome, the new guy, able to make the defensive play, and now it's Kallio, 30 seconds to go. Pasi Kallio, long-range shot is saved. Kallio through traffic, another save from Legace. Kravchenko to Kalio again. Third time was not the charm. Now it's Savage. Savage save McBride. Now it's Kravchenko. And it's intercepted. Here's Jeremy Briggs. Briggs forced outside. He's got some room. He's gonna score. Jeremy Briggs. Oh my goodness, what a play. I'm not sure what the defense were doing there. They just kind of moved out of the way. I don't get it, but Jacksonville has 3 all of a sudden on Muffin McBride of all goalies. Quite amazing. Here's Hedman. Hedman's got some room to save, though, this time. Brambarak dumps it in, and now take a stand in the period. 4-3 after 2. My goodness, there's been a whole lot of scoring in this game. More than I honestly expected. My goodness, it's been a little bit insane. I mean, this is just ridiculous. How are Jacksonville scoring so many goals? They don't even have Riekinen anymore. He's out until like day 9. But Jeremy Briggs, man, 3 points for him. Really showing up for his team when it matters. We'll go to the 3rd period. Will Daryl Sherwood's hat trick go to waste, or are they going to pull this out? Here comes Kravchenko. Kravchenko, Sherwood tried for 4, but missed the net. Now Savage with the puck. Savage going in, missed the net. Savage, the birdie to Briggs, but a save, point blank. Sherwood handling matters. Here he goes, Sherwood hit by Rust. Good defense there, and Rust will be the one that skated in. Shot, good block from Kalio. The Savage save. Kravchenko taking over. Kravchenko going wide. Shot missed off the side of the net. Rust again at the puck, go up to Savage, and the defense are there, and they'll dump it in. Kaputskin with the puck. Passes to West, and bouncing off a couple defenders, he'll just get it in. Belizle gets it to Hedman, up to Bates, a couple of great passes there, and a penalty! Alex Hughes gets called for the slash. And look out, Jacksonville on the power play here late in this one. They're only down 1. And that is not a good start, as they'll win the face-off and get the clear. Here's Savage. Shot off the glove of McBride, and Clarkson will get there first. Jimmy Clarkson, here he goes. Shorthanded chance, Jimmy Clarkson. Saved by Legace. A game-saving stop, perhaps, for this Jacksonville team. Here comes Clarkson again, as they can't get it into the zone. Savage now. Penalty expires. Hughes back on the ice. Savage, glove down by McBride. We'll get a whistle with 1:33 left. Face off. Sherwood taking over with Kravchenko. Sherwood, good poke. Here comes Hedman. And hit by Sherwood, and Kravchenko, now the puck goes. He'll get around 1, he'll go in, but Legace another save. Iowa taking over. Iowa from deep, McBride pushing it to the corner. Lundqvist, a hit on a Hedman in Iowa with a shot, but it gets directed back to where he came from. Now it's Lundqvist. Here he goes, hit. And Jacksonville taking over, a minute left. Patrick Bates with the puck. Shot blocked to the corner. Kalio up to Kravchenko, who will just get it in deep. They're just time wasting at this point. Here's Palmquist with the puck. Up to Bates. Patrick Bates with a chance. And that's not the shot you want. Down 1 with a minute left. Here's Koskinen. Koskinen taking over. Koskinen, good defense there. Now Snowflinga. Here he goes. Shot off the blocker. Strome off the pad. Muffin McBride showing up. Here's Kaputskin. Kaputskin from long range. It was saved. Koskinen to Hughes. Legace with a fantastic stop, and we'll get a whistle. 22 seconds to go. Another incredible save. Face off. Clarkson. What are we doing? Covered. Just standing there. Why not? Face off. Hare gets it to Nichols. And now they've got a charge. 3-on-2. Nichols defended by Hendricks. A clutch defensive stop. Hendricks up ahead. Try to go 5-hole, but it was saved. One last shot. Nichols. 5 seconds. Nichols. Blocked shot to the corner. Nichols in the corner. Can't do anything with it. It's over. Milwaukee just barely survive. 4-3 is the final. I mean, a bit of a ugly game if you're Milwaukee, but they did end up just securing the win. As Daryl Sherwood, the hat trick, he was the big difference in that game. Muffin McBride made a few big saves, but he was the leading factor in that win, I believe. And the player of the game screen agrees with me. I mean, another really solid effort from Jacksonville. They played a very, very good game, but hard to win against Muffin McBride most of the time. All right, another pretty solid game. Next up, Salem Witches and Michigan Cruisers. One of the teams that just got their trade done, or just got a trade done. I'm hearing that a captain, Stefan Giroux, has been traded for seemingly no reason. I don't understand why. But I'm certain the fans will be very upset about that their cup-winning captain I need to look at this trade. Who are they trading? They're trading Gagne. This isn't even that isn't even a crazy trade. That's just I mean, Giroux is a big deal, I'd say. He does make a big difference to that team, but yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. We will get this started. Wait, who's playing goalie for this? Okay, it's Woods and Little. No changes necessary. All right. All right, Michigan Salem at the Cauldron. What else do you want? It's a beautiful night for hockey in Salem, and there are totally no seismic team-changing trades on the back burner. Yeah, here's Heikkinen. Save, rebound, Austin. Whoa, a little bit of goal interference there. It doesn't get called, but he made all the saves anyway. Who cares? Here comes Samuelson. From deep, he scores. Ivan Samuelson. That guy is really good, man. Oh my goodness. Ivan Samuelson, man, that shot was released from the point. Gets past Little, who I don't know how he didn't make that save. He did everything right except get the puck out of the net. Okay. All right, here's Randall Glass. And Sanderson with the interception. Here comes Lucas Sanderson. Shot blocked by Rogers. Here comes Randall Glass with the puck. Glass going in and hit. Heikkinen with a chance, a save. Austin on an open net, but couldn't get the puck on his stick, and Messier will just get it deep. Ramazanov to Jackson. Sam Jackson intercepted. Robinson has it. Full Robinson shot blocked. Now it's Robert Graff with the puck. And Ramazanov, strong defense. Ramazanov in on a breakaway. He's in, but a save. Would have been funny if the two goals were defensemen. Wouldn't that be something? Here's Bust a Nut. And intercepted. Ramazanov tips it over to Pittman. Quentin Pittman with the puck. Shot Little with the save. Best shot Little, another stop and a whistle. And we got a fight. Whoa! Dominic Green after the hit on Kelvy Koivu is gonna take down Adam Best. Oh my goodness. I mean, that was the most one-sided fight I've ever seen. I don't think Adam Best got a single punch in that fight. And now here comes Alex Rogers as the team is rejuvenated. There they go. Lethinen dumps it in for some reason. Here goes Shelton. And Lethinen steals Brendan Olsen to Hannanen in, but a save from Woods. Olsen passing to Koivu, save. Hannanen couldn't get the shot off. Sports with the puck. Shot. Blocked by Little. Rogers up to Hannanen, it goes. Hannanen with a chance. Woods with the glove save. Here comes Heikkinen for Austin. Bad angle shot was saved. And now it's Messier with the puck. Messier dumping it in for whatever reason. All right. Thompson gets past a couple of really good players. Here he goes. Dexter Thompson's shot is saved. Glass to Nelson, another stop. Michigan playing really well, but just have not been able to beat Ash Woods, who has been on one tonight. 9 saves, a lot of them high danger saves. Here goes Heikkinen. Shot, another save by Woods. Granlund forced behind the net and eventually gets out. Here he goes. Just gets it in deep. Nelson. Ramazanov to Robinson, a save by Little. Thompson, and penalty coming up here. Cole Robinson gets called for boarding. A bit of a weak call in my opinion, but ref put the arm up, and Michigan will be on the power play here. Face off, Bust a Nut, missed the net. Hayes, saved by Woods and cleared. Restart Rogers up to Graff. 5 seconds to go in the period. Graff is going to get one last shot off here. Save. Rebound. Hayes doesn't go. Nut missed the net. That gets us to the end of the period. 1-0 Witches after one in what has been a surprising game, as it's been quite even between these two teams. Michigan actually probably should have scored by now, but Ash Woods has been a real difference maker. But yeah, a real strong effort so far in this game for the second period. 1-0. Salem after one. 13 seconds to go on this power play. Austin taking over. Austin. Shot, missed the net. Glass blocks the clearing attempt. Thompson from close-ish range, but it missed the net and cleared. That'll take us to the end of the power play. Rogers gets it to Glass, and they'll skate it up. Randall Glass. Shot, save, rebound, post, it's just sitting there, but Woods sits on it and saves a goal. What a chance that would have been. I believe that was Puck Austin who nearly had it there. And a penalty coming up here. Austin called for slashing. And now Salem are the ones at the power play, the man advantage. For 30 seconds. Sanderson winning the faceoff. Samuelson tipped by Messier wide. What a goal that would have been if he could find the net. Here's Vlasov, down the wing. Bernat Vlasov, shot off the blocker, or off the glove of Brandon Little. Here goes Thompson. He gets it deep, and Michigan will be able to get new guys on the penalty kill here. 10 seconds to go. Here's Samuelson. Ivan Samuelson already has one figured he'll try again, but it was saved. Samuelson back to Granlund. Screen shot, but Little made the save and a whistle. Face off here. Granlund, save, rebound. Doesn't go. Austin with the puck. Puck Austin save by Woods. Glass taken down by Granlund. That was a hard hit. Into the boards, no less. That looked painful. Here goes Whitaker. Missed the net. Austin behind the net now. Walks the line. Shot was blocked. Must have nut. Chance saved. Now it's Vlasov. He will just get it deep. And nut number 99 will reset. Here goes Randall Glass, number 66. It's the Gretzky-Lemieux line. Look at that. Here goes Ramazanov. Shot off the pad of Little. Nelson up to Graff. Passing the Glass. Ramazanov have a good strong hit there. Now it's Robinson. Robinson charging in. Little just got the pad on it. Jackson intercepted by Nutt. Here's Whitaker. Up to Graff it goes. Robert Graff save. Excuse me. Giroux playing his. Here goes Olsen. Shot saved. Boris Howard now with the puck. Here's Hannanen. Shot. Scored! Uri Hannanen ties it up. A screamer from the top of the circles from Uri Hannanen. And it is 1-1. .2 seconds to go in the period. It is all tied up here as Olsen takes down Adam Best. Dominic Green have a chance saved, and Hayes won't get to the puck. Here he goes, Casey Shelton. Shelton from deep saved. Hannanen with the puck. Hannanen gonna try again, same spot, but missed the net. Olsen has some room for the save, and Olsen again, but Woods was there. Shelton dumps it in. Dexter Thompson with the puck. Vlasov intercepts, and that was a lot of passing for not a lot of actual position change. Here goes Anderson after the save. Sports with the puck. Derek Sports all of a sudden. There he goes. Look out. Saved by Little, though. 5 seconds to go in the period. Puck Austin wearing number 87. Here he goes. Missed the net. That will take us to the end of the second. Not sure why the crowd is cheering. They should be pretty disappointed with how their team is playing. These are some this is a defending champion that is getting outworked by formerly one of the worst teams in league history. Granted, they are 1-0. Anything can happen, but they have looked like the better team in this game, to be honest. The only thing really making a difference is Ash Woods. He has been really good today, but hey, anything can happen. Here's a face-off. Face-off won by Sanderson, and he's gonna... What is he doing? Okay, here's Austin. He just gave him a possession. Here we go, puck Austin. Austin missed the net. What are we doing? What are we doing, boys? Here's Bernat Vlasov. Tell me something I actually understand. That was not it. Vlasov, you gotta be better than that, man. You got hundreds in like all your offensive categories. You should be able to score at will. Here's Sanderson. And passes up to Messier to the corner. Messier tried to get to Sanderson, but Heikkinen defended well. Heikkinen dumps it in. Granlund will reset. And intercepted by Graff. Nelson now from deep saved. Hayes got there first to Graff. Save, rebound, doesn't go. And we're going to have a fight here as Whitaker's going to challenge Granlund after the hit on Graff. Here we go. It's a rivalry here, and Whitaker's going to take down Granlund. I will say, Salem, probably the better team in this matchup, but Michigan's had the heart. They've started 2 fights, and they've won both of them. I mean, Salem just looks completely out of it, to be honest, physically. Like, sure, they're leading in hits, but that's just because they're a better team. Michigan's been showing some heart tonight. I wonder if it has anything to do with the trade that was announced, because it's clear this is going to be their beloved captain, Stefan Giroux's last game in Salem. I mean, How can you not be sad after a guy like that gets traded after what you did last season? He was a true leader on that team. I mean, that's the kind of guy that gets you excited to go to work in the morning and hit the weights and work your hardest. And without a guy like that, it's really hard to win. Halfway through the third, it is still 1-1. Sports up to best. Vlasov. Intercepted Lethinen. Lethinen hit by Vlasov. Here he goes. Vlasov is in. Little save. Oh my goodness. Brendan Little. A couple of marvelous saves on Renat Vlasov. And here goes Hannanen. Already has one, but Samuelson intercepted. Now Sanderson with a minute left. Sanderson blockered away by Little. Messier hit by Green. A marvelous hit from the defenseman. Here goes Green. Green. Ooh, I couldn't get a shot off. Here goes, Puck Austin stole from Sanderson. Heikkinen in the save. Austin hit by Samuelson. 45 seconds to go in regulation. Here comes Vlasov. He'll dump it in. Rogers was pressuring him. Here comes Thompson. Thompson up to Austin. Puck Austin stolen by Sam Jackson. Spread wide. Jackson sent wide. What are we doing, boys? Randall Glass with the puck. Glass. Pass to Puck Austin, this time on net, but it was saved. Ramazanov, a good hit on Austin. And Hayes, a hard hit. Here goes Evan Hayes. Hey, oh, Austin, another save from Woods. 26th save of the night, as I'm not sure what's going on the Michigan bench. It does not look very, it looks very strange, though, I'm going to be completely honest. All right, that'll take us to overtime. Finally, they'll put an end to it. My goodness, this has been a weird game. All right, overtime. Michigan, my goodness, they are leading the expected goals battle in this game. Quite amazing. Props to them for him getting a point off probably the best team in their conference. Here we go, overtime. 3 minutes. Perhaps less to decide who wins this game. Here comes Thompson, and Woods made the save. Austin tried to get to Heikkinen, but Sanderson was positioned well. Here he goes, Lucas Sanderson. And save! Sanderson against his former team. Put up a good fight there, but just couldn't quite get it on. Couldn't quite pick it past Brendan Little. Here's Glass. Defended by Granlund. Here comes Vlasov now with the puck. Being next to Sanderson. Great glove save by Little. We'll get a whistle. Face off. Sanderson intercepted by Whitaker. Nut. Giroux with a shot. The captain trying to will his team to the win, but it was saved. Here's Gibbs. Shot. Ramazanov save. Robinson in the corner. Robinson to Jackson. What a save by Little. Jackson keeping it in. Robinson save again. Scramble in front. It goes behind the net. Here's Gibbs, and Graff intercepts. Robert Graff, here he goes. Shot off the pad of Woods. Hayes hit by Giroux. A strong hit from the captain. Here comes Gibbs. Nut with the interception. Here he goes. Lost the nut. Defended by Gibbs. Here comes Sam Jackson on a breakaway. Jackson in. Saved by Little. Almost halfway through OT. It is still knotted at 1. Casey Shelton now. And Lethen with the interception. Olsen is in. Oh, hit the post. Oh, so close to ending it, but rings it off the iron, and it is no goal. That one sent wide. Not really the greatest shot in the world. Here's Lethen to Olsen, but a save by Woods. Here's Best. Adam Best. To Sports. Swarm of Michigan, and the pass was tipped by Olsen, or Little. Great defense from him. Here's Olsen behind the net. Shot, bad angle. Woods was there, and now it's Shelton. Casey Shelton now with the puck. Here he goes, a little save. And Koivu defends well. Here's Green. Green just dumps it in, and Michigan will get some warm bodies on the ice. Here comes Pittman. Intercepted. Austin. Shot. Heikkinen scores. Jarkko Heikkinen. Michigan wins. Unbelievable. Jarkko Heikkinen from Puck Austin. With 1:01 left in overtime, he beats Ashwoods, and Michigan have won 2-1 in overtime. That is, honestly, I'll be the one to say it, that's probably comeuppance for trading. That's cosmic comeuppance for trading Stefan Giroux. I'm gonna be completely honest here, you deserve that. That's all I'm gonna say on the matter. That's what you get for trading your captain mid-game. You get that. Your players did not want it enough, clearly. Player of the game, Jocko Heitman with the game winner. As clearly the hockey gods were willing to Michigan to that win. All right. Oh my goodness. Insanity in Salem. Michigan start 2-0. Well, 1-1, 0-0, but who cares? They have 2 wins. All right, next up. This will be another interesting one. It's Montreal, Quebec. In Montreal. Hey, that is a win in anyone's book. No one's denying that. It's just an overtime win. It's not quite as valuable, but it is still a huge win for a team that did not do much winning last year. So all right, we're just get the game started. There was a bit of a discussion going on in the game in play-by-play. Oh! Here's Loxinen, and House with the save. Goes Siltanen back from a short time of injury. No games missed. He exited his first career game with a shoulder problem, but ends up returning for the next game. Here's Rocky Stone from deep quarter with the save, and Ham getting crushed by Markov. Here's Markov, saved by Townsend, sorry. Still discussing things. McDavid from a long way saved. There have been no goals this game. Lots of shots from Montreal's end of the ice, but nothing going. Whitney saved by Townsend. All right, after one 0-0 game, Quebec really not looking too great, to be completely honest. I mean, Porter's done most of the work to keep this game close. Quebec is not playing well, just straight up. It's a little bit concerning, actually. Here's Ham. Off the post it goes. Oh, Ekstrom to Stone. Blocked shot. Loxinen. Here he goes. Loxinen has some room. Shot. Missed the net. Yeah. That's how this game has been for them, to be honest. Here comes Ekstrom. Ekstrom missed the net. This game is boring, man. What are they doing? Neither team looks really what they want to be here. Here comes McDavid. McDavid. Show me that you want to be here. There's a shot and a save. Thank you, McDavid. That was a little better. That at least looked like somewhat like you wanted to do something with the puck. You wanted to score a bit. Niskanen taking out Siltanen, the two young guns. Stanek hit. Here comes Tex Ham on a breakaway. Tex Ham, look out. Ham is in and scores. The battle of Quebec is off to not a hot start, but the second period certainly is, as Tex Ham puts Montreal on the board. This is low-key one of the better goal songs in the league. This is so tough. To be completely honest. That would get me going crazy. And a penalty coming up here. Jens Strome gets called for hooking. He was a little too excited after that goal. He gets called for honestly not a great penalty. Quebec will get a power play. Face off. Won by Montreal. Gates. Whoa. Cleared out. And Markov will reset. Here goes Bill Gates with a puck. Why is he out there? Why is he playing wing, of all things? I'm so confused. Markov, the Gates save, and cleared. Markov, the Gates, they'll reset. Gates up to Whitney. Whitney, shot saved by Townsend. Penalty is over. Strome out of the box. Lundqvist taking the puck. Lundqvist defended by Markov. And Lundqvist, a couple of big hits in center ice there. Goes Bloxinen. Shot, save. Turcotte on the rebound. Another stop from Townsend. He has been really good this game so far. 16 saves. Here goes Jens Strome. Strome! He's in! He scores! Jens Strome makes it 2-0. Out of the box on the board for Jens Strome. What a shot. God, I don't like to throw around the F word very often, but I don't know. Quebec looking a little fraudulent. That's all I'm going to say. This game, it hasn't been pretty. And, oh, what a save by Townsend. Oh, my goodness. How did that not go in? Stone passing the Ham. Tex Ham dumps it in. I mean, I also have some other F words for this Quebec team, but that's not the time. This is not the time nor place for them, so we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave that. Here goes extra min, a save. Stevenson taking over. Stevenson in. Stevenson, but Townsend was there. Another save from the former Triton Duck. Here goes Lindholm. Lindholm from deep saved. Penalty coming up here. Judas Wright's going to get called. And Samerson somehow gets to that puck first. And Wright will go to the box for slashing. Montreal have a chance to make it 3 here. Face off. 1 and Turcotte taking over. Turcotte. Shot. Townsend save. Stone has it. Stone taking over. Shot. Save. Lundqvist. Another save by Porter. And Strome doesn't get to it. Turcotte got there first. That'll take us to the end of the period. Turcotte tried to get the shot off, but time ran out. And we'll go to this third period. 2-0. Montreal in the lead here. All right, third period. 3 minutes. Montreal up 2. They have a short power play, but they do have one. Here comes Lundahl. Whoa. Shorted chance. Save. Rebound behind the net. Lundahl. Another save from Townsend. He has been really good today. Here goes Lundqvist. Hit by Turcotte. Turcotte splits the D's on a breakaway. Turcotte is in. Townsend again with the save. Lundahl intercepts to Turcotte. In another save by Townsend. McDavid taking over. Long shot. Porter save. Lundqvist. Silted in to Ham. Scores! Tex Ham. It's 3-0 Montreal. The power of Heave Away compels them. It's 3-0 Montreal. My goodness. Niskanen past to Loxinen. Shot off the post! And technical cover. 2:24 left in this game. Face off, Markov. To Whitney. Fantastic stop by Townsend. Loxinen, the snow, another one off the shoulder of Townsend that time. Loxinen hit by Stone. Up to Ham it goes. Tex Ham. Shot, Porter save. Niskanen to Loxinen it goes. 2-on-2, Loxinen, Whitney. Shot, saved by Townsend, and goes out to Ham. Tex Ham, they're giving him lots of room, he'll dump it in. He was low on energy, I'll give him that. Here goes Loxon in. And he will be forced to dump it in after some pressure. Here goes Stone. Bronco shot saved. Bronco, I have not heard his name very often today. He has not really done a lot. Here goes Larson, dumps it in. They're just time wasting at this point. Can't blame them. They're up 3. They just want the Quebec to not score more than they want to score. Stevenson to Martinez, but saved by Townsend. The puck is cleared out. Here goes Strome. Strome already has one tonight. Can he make it 2? No, he won't. The shot missed. Stanek now. Stanek. Good takeaway by Vacone. Stromberg dumps in. Just over a minute to go in the third period. Stevenson breakaway. Stevenson in. Townsend the save. Again, he was there. He's everywhere. We got a fight. Phil Gates and Heikla. Kerry Heikla and Phil Gates. Look out. Trading punches. Gates landing a few. Gates takes him down. Not really sure why they decided to fight there, but they did. Props to him, props to them, I guess, for trying to give this game some extra interest. The fans were certainly excited. Now a penalty. Chris Samerson gets called for hooking, and look out, a power play coming up for Montreal here. And Ham not on the ice, interestingly. Face off, Snow will clear. Here goes Ekstrom. And he will just send it in. Lundqvist got their first hit by Snow. Strong hit from the defenseman, the 24-year-old, I believe. He is not, he's quite young. Quebec have some great young defensemen on their team. They have not done much today. As Siltanen goes in, and he is hit, and Whitney clears it for no reason, and then doesn't get the puck. Okay, penalty over. Here goes Ekstrom. Markov hit, but Montreal able to get it back. Here comes Lundqvist. Into the zone, defended well. Whitney. And Lundqvist will take a penalty. Slashing is the call. With 15.5 seconds left, Quebec has one chance to score a goal here. Will they do it, though? Face off. Bronco blocked by Townsend and cleared out. 8 seconds to go. Quebec trying to get something going here. Stanek, Niskanen, Stevenson, save! Cleared, that will do it. Oh my goodness, you have got to be kidding. Alright, next game. Ooh, I'm very excited about this game. Very excited about this game. It's Toronto and Seattle. Up next. All right, Toronto and Seattle. Two teams that started the year in the win column. Toronto in overtime over Montreal, and Seattle in a 2-1 win over San Diego on the road. They are the only team in the league that has to start their year with 2 road games. Interestingly, just how it is sometimes. All right. This is another interesting game for other reasons. I mean, for one, Toronto, their GM was the former assistant GM of Seattle, so this is a team that knows Seattle very well. So we'll have to see if they pull out any interesting tricks for this game, because I have a feeling there may be. As we go to the Air Canada Center in Toronto for the 5th game of Game 2, or Day 2, it's the Bombers and the Sonar at the Air Canada Center. And here we go. Kovalenko versus LaCroix and Kovalenko. Here goes Kachuk with the puck. Up to go. And already a physical game so far as Kevin Mohawk taking over. Shot on Williams, saved. Also a former Seattle Sonar as he moved with Neckles, the GM, to Toronto. And Brutus knocks a long shot, saved by Birch. And we'll get a whistle. Shot, save, rebound, doesn't go. Johnson with the puck. Trying to get around Krabs. He makes the shot, but it doesn't go anywhere. Save made. Mohawk. Great skating to get around Kachuk. Here he goes. Long shot, went wide. Mohawk behind the net now. Scanning. Shot. Johnson. Another save from Williams. Now Hartman in. Another save. Krabs taking over. Dumps it in. Here goes Bosvert. From long range, a save again. Jaeger to Ellison, back to Jaeger. Jaeger going in, Williams a save, rebound, scramble in front, nothing comes of it. Now it's Dorsey. Shot, saved by Birch. And now it's Roy King. King, shot, save, rebound, missed the net. Dorsey again. Dorsey in, shot, missed the net. Tarasov, hit by Carlson. Long, short-range shot is saved by Birch. Will get a whistle. Face off, won by Makarov against Karpov, the 2 Russians. Here's Tarasov, 4 Russians, save. All hit on Kennedy. Here goes Scott Sticks. 6 entering the zone, saved by Birch. Kennedy taking over. Kennedy missed the net. Mercury. And Hornin with a hard hit. Fans love that here at Air Canada Center. Here comes Karpov in. Save. Sticks. Good defense from King. Xavier King now from long range. Corridon with a hard hit on the 23-year-old. Here goes Hoffman. Hoffman forced outside and hit by LaCroix, and they will reset, but Seattle dumps it in. LaCroix gets to it first. LaCroix battle for it in the corner of Speedwagon joins in and now sticks with the puck. Scott Six just sends it in. 45 seconds to go in the first period as Mohawk has it. And Kachuk with the interception. Kachuk to Krabs, save, rebound. Kovalenko not able to get a shot off. Johnson. Marvelous hit by Jerry Krabs. He just leveled Christian Johnson. Knock shot saved. Mohawk. Kachuk takes him down. Fans hyped up as Toronto putting together a physical clinic on Seattle. And oh, we're gonna have a fight. Krabs takes down the captain and LaCroix, challenging him to a fight. He accepts. Here we go. Krabs and LaCroix. Krabs getting a few. LaCroix getting a few. And eventually, LaCroix goes down. Krabs wins the fight. It's been a physical, emotional game so far, and that fight was a true example of that. It's been a great game for old-time hockey. Here comes Kachuk. Kachuk charging in, saved by Birch. Go, Pro, go. Back to Cookies, another save at the bell. That'll take us into the first. After one, it's pretty clear who is the winner on when it comes to skill on paper, but I don't know, man. Toronto, they were some physical demons in that first period. 9 hits for them. That might be a season high for the most in a period so far this year. So they have been giving it to the Seattle Sonar, much to the delight of the fans here in Toronto. We'll go to the second period. Nothing the score after 1. Face off, won by Hartman. Here goes Tuna Hartman. Skating in, shot, he scores! Tuna Hartman on the first shot of the second period puts Seattle up 1. What a shot. The now 31-year-old Tuna Hartman has still got it. Sorry, 32. My goodness, he's old. He is unk. But he's still elite. He is still arguably the best center on this team. And here he goes again. Pro-Goat now off the puck after Graf hit. And oh, Herbert Graf of a double hit there. As Johnson goes in, saved. Up to Brutus Knox. Knox, shot blocked. Hartman taking over. Hartman, shot, just turned away by Williams. Johnson and Cookies takes him down hard. Here he goes. Allen Cookies, long-range shot is saved by Birch. Now here goes Speedwagon. Carrying it into the zone is Speedwagon, and Schultz gives him a hard hit. And we have another fight here. Schultz and Ellison, here we go. At center ice. Schultz landing a few. Schultz landing some more. Ellison has hardly been able to get anything going. There he goes. Ellison. Schultz goes down. Or Ellison goes down. Rocket Schultz wins the fight. Here goes Karpov. King taking over. The fans love the fights. This is what they signed up for. I mean, Neckles, in the preseason press conferences, he was saying this team is going to be hell to play against. They are going to beat the brakes off you, and they have certainly done that tonight. They are down 1, but they are 2-0 on the fights, and they are hitting everything that moves. Here goes Karpov. Karpov's shot is saved. Rebound. King goes behind the net, and no one can take him down. Here's Krabs with a shot, another save. Wasberg gets it to Jaeger. Dumps it in. Halfway through the second period, it is 1-0 Sonar. Here goes Kermit Hoffman into the zone. Hoffman swarmed and hit by the Sonar. Here goes Xavier King now. From long range, that one was not really all that close to the net. Here goes Hall up to Karpov. Intercepted, Mercury. Mercury shot, save. Hartman on the rebound, but he missed the net. Hartman, another save. Rebound, Mercury, what a save by Booth Williams to keep it a one-goal game. Here goes Karpov. He just gets it in deep. Hoffman going in after it. He won't get to it. Here's Mercury. A minute left in the second period. Mercury in. Saved by Williams. Rebound. Hartman rings it off the post. The pass to the middle goes nowhere. Here comes Sticks. Scott Sticks now. And Mohawk defends. And now he's off to the races. A breakaway. Kevin Mohawk. He's in. Oh, Jerry Krabs. A marvelous defensive play. Now it's Tkachuk. Tkachuk is in. But Birch made another save. And Tkachuk crushes Hartman into the boards. The Sonar bench did not like that one bit. Now Cookies gets it to Goat. Pro-Goat in. Hit by Graf. Graf with the puck. Dumps it in. Speedwagon. Krabs pokes it away. Here he goes. 20 seconds to go in this period. It's Jerry Krabs with the puck. Krabs saved by Birch. Mohawk up to Speedwagon. 10 seconds to go on another breakaway. Speedwagon saved. Rebound doesn't go. Carlson, 5 seconds left. Carlson and Briere now charging in. Intercepted by Graf. That'll take us to the end of the second. 1-0 Seattle after 2. In what has been a pretty low-scoring affair. Just the one goal between these two teams despite a healthy number of shots, at least for Seattle. And no can do. It's a little late for that. Tomorrow for sure, though. Okay, third period. Face off. Won by Seattle. As here comes Speedwagon. Speedwagon with the puck. Shot, save, rebound. Johnson couldn't get to it. Krabs was on it hard. Here goes Kovalenko. And Kachuk together, save, rebound. Graf gets it out to Speedwagon. And Kovalenko pokes it away with an expert use of his stick. Here goes Kovalenko in. Birch reaches out, far side save. Now it's Johnson. Johnson, here he goes. Johnson is in. Bad angle shot. Williams, pretty simple save for him. Here goes Progoat now. Progoat, long range shot, missed the net. Probably went, well, it would have been over if it were on target a little more. Here goes Cookies now in his own corner. As Seattle just kind of hanging back here, and it'll work out for them. Good trap. Here goes Schultz now as he got the puck and glove down by Birch. We'll get a whistle. 2:06 left in the game. Seattle up 1-0. This is not really the game I expected from them. It's been very low scoring. Bosford nearly took that into his own goal. What a disaster that would have been, but it went just wide. Here goes Jaeger. Jaeger. Shot. Missed the net. Jaeger to King save. Jaeger tried to pass it, but it was intercepted. Now it's Hartman with it. And another fight. Schultz and Bosford. Schultz in his second fight as he lights up Hartman again. Here they go. Schultz and Bosford trading. Bosford getting a few in and takes down Schultz. What a fight. The third of the game as Toronto just killing Seattle star players, and Seattle trying to do something about it. Hall takes down Jaeger. And Toronto just don't care. They're just going to keep on trying to kill Seattle's whole team. Here's Mohawk. Shot save. Hall now has it. Hall just going to do it himself, I guess. Hall from a long way. Shot was blocked. Good defense by the Sonar. Here's Hall. And that was, I'm not sure what that shot was, but it probably doesn't belong in the CCH, to be honest. Here goes Silas Kennedy. Shot saved. Hall up to Sticks. Sticks. Birch save. Rebound. Sticks shot was blocked on the rebound. Here goes Makarov, sorry. Makarov. Shot blocked by Knox. Sticks and Hoffman now together. Sticks will just get it deep. They need the first line on, I think. Mercury up to Kennedy. And Kennedy bouncing off the Chuck hit. That's not something you see very often. Mercury going in, taken away. Karpov. He dumps it in. And Kachuk with a massive hit on Herbert Graf. And here goes Mercury. Dumped it in. Cookies resets. Pass up to Progoat. Progoat. And hit by Ellison, ran by Ellison. Now he's off the other way. 20 seconds to go, a save. And Knox takes down Ellison. Here he goes. Progoat. Oh, Johnson, a big hit. They have been defending very well against this Toronto attack. And now here goes Kovalenko. 5 seconds to go, and a penalty on Speedwagon for tripping. 5 seconds to go, and Toronto has a lifeline. A power play chance here. I'm not sure what the setup is, but shot from Krabs, save and cleared. That will do it. They tried, but couldn't penetrate. Will Birch, he gets the shutout. 1-0 is the final. I mean, that was a good game, but my goodness, I think Toronto got a little too bloodthirsty. They forgot how to score for pretty much that entire game. So, something to think about, perhaps, in the future, to get some more goal scoring on Toronto, because they can do everything except score, apparently. Alright, one more game tonight. It's the Jokers and the Stripes. going at it. Yeah, that's why. Jack Blades is, believe it or not, quite a bit better than Norman at center. I mean, Norman isn't even a natural center; he's a natural wing, and Norman had the awareness nerf too, so that does make a big difference. Believe it or not. All right, Stripes Jokers. Should be a fun one, hopefully, at least. At the very least, there'll probably be a lot of goals in this one, because the Stripes are known for their goal scoring, and Carvina don't have the greatest goaltending in the world. They helped 4 to Salem. All right, here we go. Winthrop hit by Knight. Here we go, and Ben has cleared a path for Knight. That probably could have been interference, but no call on the play. Here goes Moravec, bouncing off the defenders and hits the post. Moravec long-range shot is saved, and we'll get the first whistle of the game. 15 seconds in. Face off. Winthrop wins, saved by Hatton. Here goes Bondarenko. Oh, is he? Oh yeah, he is. All right, we can do a reset. It's before the second. It's before the first period, so it's all good. It's all right. Yeah, we didn't miss anything. If there were a goal, we might have had issues, but it's fine. All right, we're back. That never happened. The real timeline. Here goes Winthrop. And yeah, it started about the same. Here's Avery Semp, but he flattens Lamont. And he's just nudged along the boards. Here goes Moravec in. Saved by Price. A couple of passes there and another save from Price. Moravec got a penalty. Emil gets called for a board. A vicious hit from Otto Emil. And power play coming up for Carvina here. Face off. Knight will clear off the face-off win. I believe that was Blades on the draw. Here goes Moravec now. Shot save, rebound doesn't go. We get another clear. Lamont and a penalty. Oh my! Downcourt. It's a wild hit on Tapani Nyman. That was a very bad hit. And why is it 5? What? Why is it 5-on-5? I thought I fixed that. We're gonna get some more fuckery when this, yeah, there's Anderson sitting, yeah. This is, I don't get it. Alright, at least that'll fix it. Okay, yeah, now it's, okay, yeah. I don't know why that happens. Ever since I swapped to a different way of handling penalties, and I've never had that happen until now for whatever reason. Penalties are now all over. We're back to 5-on-5. Here goes Howard. Bones Howard is in, and a save and a rebound off the post. Nearly 1-0 Bones Howard, but it doesn't go. Here's Moravec, missed the net. Fink up to Howard. Howard with control. Howard, save, rebound, hops over his stick. He would have had a good shot there if he were able to corral it, but he didn't. Moravec, another miss. Fedorov up to Fink. And now it's Howard. Howard, another missed net. My goodness, man. Do they know how to hit the net here in the CCH? You would think they would, but they don't. Mironov up the buckets. Hit! Here's Lemoine. Deep shot is saved. Minute to go in the first period. Dusik forced behind the net. A swarm of Stripes, and my goodness. just all the physicality. Here goes Magnussen. Shot saved. Buckets! A vicious hit on the lawn there. We're going to see a fight before this game is over, that's for sure. As Price makes a save, we'll get a whistle. I mean, Carvina loves to fight, and Orlando loves to hit, so it seems like a good combo for some fisticuffs before this game is over. Here goes Emil. And stolen Moravec with the puck, and yo, there we go. Koppinen and Semp going at it. Look out. Koppinen, this is his third fight of the year, and Semp will take him down. That didn't take that long. Avery Semp is the winner. Face off. Nyman has it. Nyman off the post. Face off. Sports has it. Shot. Price with the save. Rebound doesn't go. Emil has it. Emil will try to do it himself, and he doesn't. Now it's Winthrop. Oh, it's Sports, I'm sorry. Shot save and a whistle. Oh my goodness, they're going to do it again. Bennis and Nystrom off the draw. Here we go. Bennis and Nystrom. Nystrom trading. Nystrom gets a few. Nystrom another one as they grapple. And he goes down. Nystrom just wins the fight pretty convincingly. I don't think it was ever all that close, to be honest. But right off the draw, I wasn't expecting that. Ventura's shot is saved. Face off. Mata, saved by Price. Now it's Moravec. Defended by Emil. Here he goes. 10 seconds to go in the period. Odo Emil charging in. The points leader last year, and Mata takes it away. Sealy Mata. And that'll take us to the end of the period. Not the most exciting first period in the world, unless you're a Carvina fan, which, my goodness, I don't know how you do it, but kind of dominated that first period, to be honest. It's nothing, so it doesn't matter, but good for them. Alright, second period. The box is a little crowded right now. Here comes Emil. Emil has it and defended well. Now it's Moravec with the puck. Moravec charging in. Forced wide and is stripped of the puck. Now Moravec to Winthrop, missed the net. Winthrop and Nyman stole the puck. Kapani Nyman. Save, rebound. Emil, the shot didn't go, and the third attempt goes in. Odo Emil on the backhand makes it 1-0. A good old offensive breakdown for Carvina here. I mean, yeah, there were a few things wrong with that play, but Odo Emil did have a really nice shot on that one. That's a tough shot for any to save. Here's Winthrop going in, save, rebound, doesn't go. Oh, Moravec, a close shot, save, and a penalty on Winthrop for slashing. Power play now for the Stripes, a chance to make it 2. Sports levels. Avery Semp. Fedorov. Semp has it. Avery Semp. Shot. Pasek just got enough. And Emil on the rebound, but a save by Ashik, and we'll get a whistle. Face off. Fink. Save. Rebound. Oh, what a save by Ashik. Almost would have been the first assist of Rat Fink's career, but it doesn't go. Now Bennis, with a chance on the breakaway. Ivan Bennis in, and a save and a rebound. He scores. Ivan Bennis from Rat Fink and Jack Blades. And it is 2-0 Stripes. Can't say I didn't see that coming. I mean, the instant Bennis gets the puck and Valancourt is way overcommitted, then you knew it was going to happen. Bennis is too good to not score on that kind of play, even if it takes a couple shots. 2-0 the score. Face off. Bondarenko takes it, and he's just going to go all by himself. Saved. Bondarenko to Emil, a save. Emil to Knight, save again. It's a good puck movement. Dennis back to Bondarenko, another save. I feel like they should have scored another on that stretch. That was some amazing passing. Emil, puck taken away. Here comes Winthrop on the breakaway. Gasser, Winthrop, save, rebound, he scores! All right, Bennis, second goal of the game for Evan Bennis, and second assist of the game for Rat Fink. What a shot! First of all, my goodness. As the two user players on that line combined with Ivan Bennis to produce another goal. It's 3-1. It's like that. It's like that. That Carvina goal didn't even happen. Sorry, Gasser Winthrop, but your team is gonna help you out all that much. Here comes Mata, and here goes Moravec with a thundering hit, and now Emil takes him down. Here goes Howard. Howard, saved by Hasek, and whoa! And we've got a fight now as Sports took exception that Emil hit on Sealy Mata. Here we go. Sports, they're both landing a few. Sports, and Emil takes him down. That's like the third or fourth fight of the game. My goodness, they just cannot help them. They just can't help themselves. There have been a lot of hits to take exception to. That one was no exception, but my goodness. Maybe they can tone it down a little bit. We're trying to play a hockey game here. Semp dumps it in for Howard. And past the Blades, it's blocked by Ventura. Bruce got hit by Blades, and now Howard on a breakaway. Bones Howard, he's in, and a save by Hasek. Here goes Blazek now. Oh, a punishing hit there as Blades misses the net. Feels like they should be hitting the net more, but they just don't. For whatever reason. I don't get it. Alright, face off. Fedorov, blocked. Shot, save, rebound. Nyman off the post. And a cover. Oh, Nyman had an open net, but he rang it off the pipe. Unfortunate. Nyman, and I think that was blocked. I hope that was blocked. That might have been the worst I've ever seen if it was unblocked. Shot saved, Grimes. Grimes hit by Mironov, and the puck goes free. Here he goes, Mironov. From long range, a save. Lemoine has it. 30 seconds to go in the second. Here he goes, Lemoine from long range, a save. Moravec tried to move it to the middle, but defended by a Bragimov, and he gets it to Buckets. And Buckets, no one will slow him down, but Grimes eventually does hit him, and he will slow down. Here comes Moravec. Hit by Mironov, here he goes. 2-1-0 with Moravec. Or, sorry, Bragimov, I'm sorry. Shot, save. And now Moravec getting one last shot here, and it's saved. That'll take us to the end of the period. 3-1 after 2, Stripes lead. And that's more like the Stripes of old. They have 17 hits on the game. That is a lot of hits. That's why there have been so many fights. Carvina has maximum fight sliders, and Orlando will just hit as many people as they want. We might see more before the end of this game. I wouldn't be surprised. Third period. Bondarenko from Emil. Back to Emil. Emil trying for his third point of the game, but it doesn't go. Now it's Valancourt. JPV, a shot, and that really wasn't much of a threat. JPV not known for the goal scoring as much as he is the defense. Sam shot, save. Emil Hasek on a couple of marvelous saves there. Here comes Valancourt again, long shot, another. Yeah, I mean, at least try to spread it around a little bit. My goodness, Moravec, and I can't say that was a shot worthy of praise of any kind. Here comes Bondarenko from long range, blocked. Game has really slowed down in this third period. Here's Semp. And somehow gets a shot off, but it's saved. Moravec taking over. Moravec has it. And saved by Price. Battle for it. Moravec. Stolen by Emil. And Dushek gets the takeaway. Dushek saved by Price. Emil now has it. And Sports from a long way, saved by Price. Now it's Semp. Dumped in. Howard from Up to Koppinen it goes, and Koppinen's got some room. Koppinen, save, rebound. And a penalty. Dushik hooks blades to the ice, and Orlando getting a power play now. With 1:43 left in this game. Face off. Bonarenko tonight. Blocked shot. Bennis, save. Rebound. Valancourt with the hit and the clear. Halfway through the third, it is 3-1 Stripes. Here goes Nyman. To Patty Nyman. Gets around one, but the shot was saved. Blades to Bennis. Moving it around. Knight. Another couple of saves from Hasek. He has been quite good today, despite the shot volume. Here comes Bennis. Bennis trying to move it to the middle, but a save by Ashik. And eventually Ventura gets it to Grimes. The penalty is over. And a penalty coming up here, and Grimes is down. Ivan Bennis cross-checked him in the leg for whatever reason. And he will sit for 2 minutes. As Grimes is injured. As Corvino where the whoa! What a shot by Moravec, double posted in. A power play goal for Moravec. It is 3-2. This game is not over. Alright, face off. One. Moravec, big hit. Bennis to Emil. Emil is in and he hits the post. Whoa, pressure in front, but nothing goes. Now it's Moravec. Couple defenders back. Moravec wants to make a pass here, and he gives it to Ratfink. Alright, here's Bennis. Bennis, long shot, save. Emil! Great hit by Winthrop on Odo Emil there. Save, perhaps a goal. Here's Winthrop. Gets around a couple. Winthrop saved by Price. Just directs to the corner. Mata, interception. Shot goes across the crease, but eventually goes away. Dushik doesn't go, and Price covers. Sports, save, rebound, Koppinen can't get to it. Koppinen eventually does get to it, saves, and more saves by Price. As Carvina got some pressure, but it's not going to matter. This game is over. Howard, save. 3.2 seconds left. Mironov off the post, and a slick glove by Hasek there to grab that, but just some extra time. Magnuson save. Nyman. Oh my goodness. A bit of a. There's going to be a fight at the dot when this is all over. It is 4-2, and Nyman did not need to score that. I mean, that's a valid goal, but with 0.5 seconds left when you've already won, man, that's not a great look. And that would do it. Stripes with the 4-2 win. And a pretty dominant game. Probably could have been a bigger lead if it weren't for Pavel Hasek in net. He had quite the solid game, despite what the regular stats might say. Player of the game, Odo Emil with a 3-point night. As the Stripes bounce back after the loss and just beat up Carvina. Not really else. Not really any other way you can put that, to be honest. All right, that'll do it for tonight. We will see you tomorrow night for more hockey. Anyways, that's all. Have a good night. Oh shit, you're right. Odo Emil. Gordie Howe hat trick too. That's my boy right there. That's my goat. I think Odo was kind of built to Gordy, to be honest. Once it was added, there was no way he wasn't gonna get one. Because he's basically just Gordie Howe, to be honest. Let's be real. That's his build. That's kind of his build. That's kind of how he plays. All right. That's it. See you later.